Kidnapped, walking the scene with you in no flicks from the 90s. So keen, the VHS Club, they're the talk of the town. Breaking it down, spreading nostalgia all around. Moving and grooving to the synth-pop sound. Their insight so fresh, painting pictures profound. From Pulp Fiction to Clueless, they know it all. The genuine love for movies stands tall. Unfolding memories on that VHS screen, talking about classics like you've never seen. Katie with her charm, Matt with that wit. Together they make the VHS Club legit.
Welcome back to the VHS Club. Fingers crossed we can make it through an episode. Thank you so much for everyone for being patient and for all of your kind words. We really appreciate it. And typical to our luck, we are talking all about A Knight's Tale today, which is like Doc's apparently his all-time favorite movie, and he is
Pretty awesome.
traveling, so he is not going to catch this episode live.
Oh,
So
Doc.
yeah, so we're gonna have to we will have to do like an Instagram reel or something when I next
Like
see
a
him
recap
to get.
for Doc.
We need like a recap to bet. I need to understand like what about this movie makes it his favorite. I mean, I can't say
Dialogue?
I'm surprised. Like
Music, soundtrack,
yeah,
dancing.
everything.
Chaucer?
Chaucer? I mean, Chaucer is why I love this one. All right, Nat, I'm happy for you to do the intro, but I did find something kind of awesome. Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
Yes.
Okay.
No, absolutely.
So it's been a while since I've read like movie reviews for some of these movies. I used to like always read kind of like the Roger Ebert or like kind of movie reviews, and I was like, oh, it's been a while. And we were on Cinema Psychos, and they were reading like reviews of the movie. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get into the vibe of this. So from Peter Bradshaw from The Guardian. This came out in 2001, like shortly after the movie came out. Okay, I need to set up this quote before I read this quote to you. So if you're just joining us live, definitely drop into the comments whether or not you've seen A Knight's Tale and what you think of it. Thanks so much for hanging out. Okay, so Nat will appreciate this because so Peter set up this review of this movie by saying that he imagined what it must have been like in the like screenwriting room, which is always my favorite game for these kinds of movies and TV shows.
Like, how did this pitch go? I need to have been there.
Okay, so here's how Peter Bradshaw from The Guardian describes how he thinks this pitch went. Verbatim quotes from The Guardian, 2001. He says, okay, so the whole thing is kind of Gladiator meets Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And it's set in the olden days with genuine medieval Tudor Beathan beams. And the hero is just a squire, and he needs to be a very perfect gentle knight in order to compete in tournaments. And he gets Geoffrey Chaucer to forge his like patents of nobility. And then he gets this babe who's also a blacksmith to make his armor. And at his first joust, everyone sings We'll Rock You by Queen. I was like,
yep,
accurate. Accurate.
Yep, it definitely does all of that. I like the two time period word mashup that he did. That was pretty awesome.
Tudor Beathan might be my favorite. Yeah,
that's kind of my favorite new word, I think.
And then I'll have to drop this in. This is like too long to read, but I will say, so our friend Roger Ebert, who usually I assumed would be like, cantankerous about this movie because he was cantankerous about a lot of movies.
A lot of things. Yeah.
So he did only give it 3 stars. So he's obviously going to be like
that's
less...
pretty good for him, though.
I was gonna say, he's gonna be less generous than we
lest we forget.
but he did. He did say, actually, I will say this, and these are again verbatim quotes. He says, I laughed, I smiled, in fact, all through Brian Hedgeland's A Knight's Tale, which tells the story of a lowborn serf who impersonates a knight, becomes a jousting champion, and dares to court the daughter of a nobleman. I feel like this one, like, for whatever reason, and maybe you all feel this way as well, like, it's so ridiculous and has so much potential to be cringy, and yet isn't. It's just really fun to watch even now, like 25 years later.
It's wildly historically inaccurate.
Oh yeah, no, there's no
and that's part of the way they frame it, like, to me, it's sort of like this anarchistic like theme, right? Like the whole thing is anarchy.
Yeah.
It, like, the costumes are not period correct.
No.
The accents are not period correct. Some people have accents, some people do not. And it's funny, the do not, the have an accent is the American accent, because everybody else in it is not American, except for the one lead girl, Jocelyn, who, like, all the love for her. She's so ridiculous. Katie and I were like, oh, wait, what happened to Shannyn Sossamon?
So wait, I have to segue for a second and share this fact that I found. I'm going to scroll through because this was glorious. So yeah, you and I were looking up like whatever happened to her, but one of the fun facts that I found is that she was actually discovered, I'm literally reading this verbatim, while DJing at Gwyneth Paltrow's birthday party and had no acting experience. And I was like, wow.
Well, she was in a Cher music video.
She was just like a DJ, and they're like, wow, you're beautiful. Let's put you in this movie. Perfect. Perfect.
And that's really what it was. She came out of nowhere. She starred in 2 huge films, A Knight's Tale and 40 Days and 40 Nights. And, well, I say huge. They were wildly popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really funny. And also kind of ridiculous and stupid. And then she just kind of disappeared. But she was in, like, before her first credit, I think, or one of her first credits was Cher's Believe music video. She played Girlfriend.
She played Girlfriend.
But then, so it seems she did disappear to, I sent you a quote I found earlier, to explore her own artistic ventures outside of the machine of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Which she still is. Like, she's like opening like art studios and had a band with her sister. She's a drummer, she's a DJ, she's a director. And she still like has acting credits.
Yeah.
But she switched out her like main character energy for like, I'm still in the business. I know. Oh, I'm tired.
No, I think it's perfect. I think it's
book talk. I mean, not perfect. My brain.
Not perfect that you're tired, but I think it's perfect description. I thought she was. If we want to start with her, I mean,
she's like stupid pretty. I know we say that.
Stupid pretty, yeah.
No, actually, we don't say it too often, but we do. We have covered films with some like. And this is still the era. This is the same era of like before people became very plastic.
Yeah, she's
just naturally really beautiful. Like,
she is. And I love that like she's interesting looking though as well.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
She's not like this is probably gonna be, all of these comments are gonna make me sound terrible, but she's not the kind of like, as you were saying, kind of iconic like blonde Hollywood like buxom lady. But she's got this like, she's like beautiful and almost like a, I don't know, like a mischievous hippie, like free spirit kind
like
of
free
vibe.
Spirit,
yeah, like which
that was her sort of vibe.
Yeah,
that I found then.
Yeah,
and she carried it through. Like even in the character, like she had like her under, like I don't even know, like her undercut was shaved. Like she had a partly shaved head. Yeah. She like had like different colored hair in different scenes, and like she kept that sort of like free spirit / punk vibe with her in the movie, which was pretty cool. It was
She could
really
have been a
nice. And she
character
was
in
just
Empire
very
Records.
different.
She would have fit right
could have.
in with the
Yeah.
tattooed gum chewing freaks. She would have been. She would
Yeah,
have been
and the thing is,
perfect.
like, that was just her, like the
Yeah.
impression that she gave when she had her like 15 minutes, like
Yeah.
when she was at the top of the female lead list, like she always had that sort of, she's just like, I'm gonna do the characters my way and that's it. Like, just
Yeah.
like, I'm an artist, not an actor,
Artist, not an actor. Well, I
Yeah.
love so if you don't know anything about this movie, it came out in May of 2001. It was directed by Brian Helgeland. I'm probably totally butchering that. It did pretty well actually. Like it had a budget
Yeah.
of 65 million. It made 117 million worldwide. And it got, Rotten Tomato critics.
Starring Heath Ledger,
Yeah.
Paul Bettany,
Rufus Sewell.
Rufus Sewell, Alan Tudyk, which I'm
Oh,
obsessed with.
obsessed.
Like,
The
had a
whole
crush on
cast
him
is
since this.
phenomenal in this. Mark Addy. Yep.
Friar Tuck, who wasn't Friar Tuck in this movie, but played Friar Tuck, who was also in the Full Monty. He was in this.
Yeah, that is Mark Addy, I think, right?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yes.
yeah. Sorry, you know what I mean.
Yes. And my wee Scottish crime girlie, who was the blacksmith. I love her, and her
Kate
name
the
escapes me right now.
blacksmith. Yeah, I mean, her name in the movie.
She's
is
my
Kate.
favorite character by far. in the
She's
movie.
my favorite character in this movie.
Yeah.
So we should back up because we're terrible at this. We are always side questing. So again, this movie, Heath Ledger and Alan Tudyk and Mark Addy are these like squires. Yeah, I guess they're not scribes. They're squires that work for
Assistants.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Something about them being called assistants is just awesome. They're assistants to a knight,
To a squire, a nobleman.
to a nobleman who is in these jousting tournaments. And I love that the director of this film was like, what if we made jousting feel like the Super Bowl, which I really think he pulled off. Like, so it's, so here are these.
Like, what if we made it like American football?
Exactly.
Or FIFA. It's no, because it's a world, like they have the World Cup at the end. It's FIFA.
It's FIFA. Okay, yeah, great. We're in World Cup vibes.
So I mean, either way, it's football. It's football, right?
It's football. So he's made it feel like this, like, which I'm sure to some extent it was, like everyone goes out to these. There's excitement. It's like, it's insanely dangerous.
It's how people made money back then too. It was a job.
Yeah. So Heath Ledger and his crew of assistants, they find out that their nobleman is dead, and so they're like, now they're screwed because they're not gonna be able to make any money.
They're gonna starve.
They're literally gonna starve to death. So they pretend that Heath Ledger is the actual knight because, again, this is back in the, like, I don't even know what, the
medieval-ish
1400s?
times?
Couldn't even tell you. Not historically accurate, so it doesn't matter if I'm right or not. But
It's an ish times.
It's an ish. It's earlier than 1500s, I think. But anyway, so they all
When was Chaucer around?
I know.
Yeah,
That's what
earlier
I'm trying
than
to think.
1500.
Shakespeare is 1500s, so Chaucer maybe is 1400s.
Chaucer was before,
Paul will
which
fact
I
check us.
think, side quest, Chaucer was very much how I think Chaucer would have been in real life.
I hope so. I guess Paul Bettany, who plays Chaucer in this, and this was like kind of his kickoff to an incredible career
In North America, yeah.
But he apparently was just so incredible, unsurprisingly, that they wrote that role to be much larger than it initially was. And
Yeah.
he's
I think he was supposed to have one scene, and then he
so
became
likable.
like the team's hype man.
Yeah, he becomes the team's hype man. So they're this band of assistants are in this ruse together, and like they will straight up be, I assume, murdered if they are discovered.
They get caught.
If they get caught at all.
Well, no, like back then it was entertainment, so they'd be hung in the town square.
Yeah.
And maybe pelted with rotten food first.
Maybe. I feel like they were a
Entertainment.
really big fan of like killing people and then drawing and quartering them. But who knows? It could have gone either
But
way.
that's also like that's the final stage of the entertainment. Final act.
It's true. And then so obviously it's a pretty simple plot, but it works really well. So obviously, he's competing in all of these in all these competitions. There's like all these flashbacks where, you see that like he just really wants his father to be proud of him. He wants to win the love of this woman. And he's like a little showboaty. He wants to be really good. He wants to win and everything. He cares a little
He's
bit
like
more
a young,
about winning.
really good-looking 20-something.
He cares a little bit more about winning than like protecting the livelihood and life of his compatriots. But but it's okay because it's obviously all going to work out because it's a early 2000s romantic comedy. What I wanted to say is, so Rufus Sewell or however you would pronounce his last name. I also feel like kind of like what happened to that guy, but also like there's
He's been in something recently.
Has he? I'm just behind.
He's just, but maybe not. I'm going to look it up. Continue.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right. There's something about, you know how like there's certain actors and or actresses, whatever. There are certain people who just like look a little evil. Like he just like, I don't think
quite sinister.
I don't think I would ever believe him as like a good guy. And he's not even like, it's not even that he's not attractive or not attractive or whatever, but like I'm glad that he enjoys playing the bad guy because he does it so well. But I think honestly a little bit of it is that he just looks a little evil. Like there's just something about him where you're kind of like, yeah, that's a bad guy. Like
he does sometimes play, not often. He has played a romantic lead in like historical like British dramas.
Yeah.
But he has like that charming uniqueness.
Yeah.
I guess. But yeah, recently, yeah, he's been in a big thing, Sandman, that was on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
In recent years, and The Diplomat, which was also very good.
Yeah, I've heard good things about that one.
Yeah, but he's very busy man.
He is a busy man.
He's a busy
All right,
man.
Paul in with some fun facts. Paul says that Heath Ledger knocked out one of director Brian's front teeth with a broomstick. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. When the two were demonstrating a jousting move, it was several months before Hedlund's mouth had healed enough to repair the damage. He said it was the only jousting injury during filming. Yeah, I need to add to that. Where did this one go? Okay, so Heath Ledger, who was just like an outstanding actor,
brilliant actor,
and just everything. He apparently trained for weeks at jousting, and the armor that he was wearing weighed 50 pounds, which is wild. And apparently the horses were running at full, like once again, the movies were just like, you know, let's just actually joust.
Let's just put this guy on a horse.
Let's just put this guy on a horse in 50 pounds of armor and then just send them full speed at each other, and that'll be fine. Like, yeah, again, it was the early 2000s, and it was, practical effects. Not that there were like tons of special effects in this, but they were just like, yeah, you know what? Let's let them actually joust, which, I mean.
Actually, that's historically accurate to what a suit of metal, suit of armor would.
I know, but
weigh.
You wouldn't think that
it's
they would do
45
that
to 55
in a movie. Good. I'm glad that was the one historically accurate thing they wanted to carry through. They're like, you know what? Everything else is going to be updated to like late 90s, early 2000s, except for your suit of armor, Heath.
The crowd watching the jousting is going to like
do the wave.
We will rock you and do the wave, you know?
Yeah.
But the armor accurate.
The armor accurate. It's amazing. So we should talk a little bit about Chaucer. So they so they're in this.
So they're on the way to the tournament.
Yeah.
Or to one of the tournaments. So they're on the road and they come across a nude man. And I'm like, he has a cute butt. I was watching it with a couple of friends and they're like, oh, he's a really cute bum.
I will always love Paul Bettany. I just think he's adorable.
So
but a lot of it, I think, part of it is definitely his cute bum, but I think part of it is just that he's like wonderfully captivating. And honestly, like this role might be my favorite out of all of his roles, which is weird, but
very
wonderful.
much up there. So they come across him and they sort of agree to take him with like along their journey because he can forge the documents that they need. To prove his nobility as Sir Ulrich to compete, which he takes a pseudonym of Sir Ulrich to compete.
Sure.
And so they take him along, but he causes a bit of trouble at first because the reason he was nude is because he lost all his money gambling and all his worldly possessions. And then when they get into town, just as he's running between competitions, he's doing like sword fighting and jousting and a whole bunch of stuff, like whatever they can to like win the tournament to make money. And again, he is nude and lost all his money, but then he's like, okay, I will really whip myself into shape. And he's like, I'm a poet, I'm a writer, and he's always talking in like he's like, oh, but that was a good allegory, even if it didn't make much sense. Like he's always joking around. And then he takes the role of like he introduces Sir Ulrich to the crowd and makes him sort of like a fan favorite, which didn't seem to be a thing until this moment in history.
I wish I had written all of these down. I only wrote one down, so I'm sorry. But if you are watching live, throw in some of your favorite introductions that he gives. The one that I wrote down was, excuse me, we walk in the garden of his turbulence. He's so, and maybe this is just like the English lit. Sorry, Josh. This is like the English lit Shakespeare Chaucer.
Here we go.
Selves coming out. Yeah, it's a theme in this show, but there is just something about like how fun he is and how playful with language, and I think like again it ties into what it sounds like the director was trying to do with this film, which is like make this feel like a modern sporting event, make it feel like there is I recently took my daughter to a concert, and I like what I just like, regardless of who you see or whether it's a play or a concert or a sporting event or whatever, but there's a magic to like being in a large crowd of people and the like energy that riles up, or that, you know, there's a moment in this concert where it was like a quieter song and everyone's got like these days their phones instead of their lighters, but there is a magic in that. And I really do think like he as a character captures it so brilliantly. It's so fun, and it goes across classes. Like, okay, this is not a serious movie, so I'm reading way more into this than I should. But
I mean, it
do
does
love
touch
that.
upon classes, like class, different classism, and
I was gonna say warfare, but that's not really. It's a bigger word than what we need for this movie. But yeah.
I mean, it is a lighthearted, fluffy movie, but there is serious, some serious topics, like you know, like the poverty and nobility, and how like Sir William, well, in the end, Sir William, like Heath Ledger, he thinks that everybody should be able to compete in sports just for the love of the sport and the opportunity to like the equal opportunity, whereas
to improve your stars. It's such a beautiful, it's such a beautiful line.
And then Sewell, I forget his character name, starts with an A, maybe. Or there's an A, a D.
Adhemer.
It does start with an A, and there is a D in it. Look at me go.
He called Rufus. Equally bad guy name. Rufus, a little bit of a bad guy name. I feel like he was destined to be the bad guy.
Yeah. So he feels that it's something that you're born into, like nobility has rights over everybody else. So like we do have that strife, and it like sort of furthers the plot along, especially when they both are vying for the attention of the noblewoman Jocelyn. Yeah. So who's great. Like her and her lady's maid are just sort of like mischievous and not really following the rules, but everybody thinks they're following the rules, even when they kind of get caught. Like they're off and running around with these lower class people and dancing with the wrong person at the ball. And
you weren't on for our Mary Lou and I reviewed Ever After while you were out, and this has similar vibes in it, in that, and this one's not quite as overt or as strong as Ever After in it, but where the like woman in it has a level of like autonomy and ability to like save herself. Like, you know that there's going to be like conflict to some extent, because like he's clearly not actually a knight, she needs to marry a knight, whatever. There's this other guy who's clearly like going to win her hand, but like she's largely left by herself. There is not really
she's
like,
independent.
There's not really like anyone stopping her. Like there was like a very brief moment in this movie where it was like the Rufus is like, well, you know, I'm like, I've already asked her father for her hand, and you're like, oh snap. And then she like, it just works itself out at the end. But like she comes across as being very
Which wouldn't have happened in
yeah,
real
no,
life. Like
yeah.
it would have been a financial transaction and
Yeah.
she wouldn't have married a poor person.
Yeah,
So
she probably wouldn't have even had like autonomy to be there at all.
no.
But
No, she
we can
definitely
pretend.
would not have been able to sneak out to sleep with him in the barn.
Yeah.
So that would not have
Yeah. But I did
happened.
love
But
that, like, again, similar in like a similar tone to Ever After, you have
yeah.
Jocelyn, who is again like kind of this like wealthy, independent lady. And then you have Kate, who's like a badass business owner back in the medieval times, the
Yeah,
to
so
the, to the
Kate,
Bethan times.
yeah. Kate helps. She's a blacksmith.
Yeah.
Which of course she doesn't have a lot of business because she's a female blacksmith. Oh, shock horror.
Yeah. She's a
So
witch.
she
That they would
takes
kill her is miraculous.
it's so true. Like she had pockets, like clearly she's the witch. So so she takes a chance on them and they take a chance on her. Like they take a chance that she can build proper armor for him. And she's like, I'll give it to you and then you give me a cut after, which like isn't necessarily good business practice, but it works out because they kind of become like a family.
Yeah.
Um,
I love that they kind of
and she
trick her,
teaches them how to
too.
dance.
I do love like the whole point where it's like, you know, it was like, well, the other people who said that you couldn't do this because you're a woman, and she's like, fuck that. And takes it,
She's like, of course I
takes
can.
it on, which I think is absolutely glorious.
Yeah.
Paul's sharing some more great facts here. All right, so director Brian once said in an interview that he used modern music in the movie to show modern audiences what people then felt about their music. When true Renaissance music is used in modern movies, it fails to convey the emotional response that people back then had to such music. Yeah, actually, and I love that you gave the example of World Cup, Nat, because that was like a big talking point. Wild, because obviously you and I have been to Scotland, and we are not surprised.
We've been to Europe.
We've been to Europe, but people
we knew that
here-
Canada had a football team. So
True. People here were kind of surprised by like America. Actually, Boston is kind of a weird exception of this, but America in general doesn't like really do like songs, but Europe does, right? Like the idea of like chanting and singing together and like the concept of music.
Boston was shocked.
Yeah, Boston was shocked
by the Tartan Army.
And we have Sweet Caroline, so it's not like we're like we're like probably the one exception in the States where we do have like songs that we all sing that every time it's on, everyone sings.
But I think Sweet Caroline is just oh my God, I was gonna say it's rather American. Like, who am I? It's like it does like seem it is Boston a very American stereotype
song. Like they plays at every single sports, mostly baseball.
But I feel like that plays like doesn't that play like at every sporting event in America, or is it like really just a Boston thing?
I think it's a Boston thing, but you know what? I
feel like
been
it's
to a
just
lot
an
of
American
non-Boston sports, so maybe.
Yeah.
Sorry, sports fans.
Anyways,
sorry.
All this to say is that we love that Scotland ended up in Boston and they got along so well. And it's like Katie and I, the point is Katie and I were not surprised by that turn of events, even though other people were. So like,
yeah, but
it's North America is very new at football, soccer.
Yeah.
Like it's not big here, even though we've had leagues for a long time. We're not very good. And I mean, Canada made history by making it into the 16th. Like it was wild. Anyway, but like all that to say is getting like that sort of community feel. No, it is only Boston for Sweet Caroline.
Welcome,
Thanks, Doc.
Doc
is here.
Doc is yelling at us because it is his favorite movie, and I did send him to a conference. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Thankfully, we have no HR, so we'll be okay.
Like, isn't Katie HR?
Doc, while you're here, you need to tell us why this is your favorite movie. We absolutely need to know.
But yeah. So all that to say, it's interesting how they use the music to try and make it into like to give us that feeling as the audience that this is like a current World Cup of sorts.
Yeah, I do. That makes a lot of sense to me because I didn't think about it until Paul gave the fact, and then you were talking about World Cup, and that like there is kind of like a camaraderie, a community about about the music, and that would have probably been I mean, who knows? I actually don't know a ton about this time period, but I would imagine in this time period, like this would have been like one of very few experiences where they had like that many people together as well. So it's like, you know, they would have been fairly, I would imagine, in like,
Yeah, I mean, it was a fairly noble, like, basically it was a rich person's sport.
yeah, but the peasants
Like
could
the
go
poor
and
people,
watch.
well, they
So
could bet. Yeah,
Yeah.
that I'm not even sure. I think maybe.
I imagine that they could go and watch, because I know when we were
Yeah.
doing Shakespeare in Love and I was researching all about the Globe Theater,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they could absolutely like they
Like,
could go
I
and they had like
remember-
cheaper tickets so
Yeah,
that
the
the
penny
peasants could
seats,
be able
yeah.
to see it.
Like I remember what popular sports were there? Bear baiting, dog fighting.
All the death sports.
I love that bear baiting. Like that will never leave my mind. It's like literally just somebody got a bear out of the woods and then would poke it with a stick and people would stand around it and bet like who's gonna die. I'm like, oh my God. It was what? Anyways, they did not have a lot to do back then, but no electricity, right? So
Exactly. All right. Doc says that the reason why he loves this movie is that the soundtrack and the way they mixed period
Yep.
piece with a killer modern music. Yeah. It again, like
correct.
it.
That
There's
David
a,
Bowie
Yeah, but you
song
have Bowie, you have
kills me. It's so
Queen.
good.
Like it's
Queen, yeah.
it's an iconic soundtrack, and it like again, it's just. It shouldn't work. This movie should not work, but it really, really does.
It could have flopped really hard.
It's so
It's one of those
campy,
things.
but it works
I feel
really
like
well.
yeah, I feel like filming it, they would have been like, I really hope this is not going to flop. Like, I feel like it's one of those things where they're like, I'm not sure how this is going to play out.
Well, I mean, it's again like it had an incredible cast, and the story has heart, and it
But
appealed to the like this is Heath Ledger in his like heyday, right? Like he's on the
this
other
is
side of
early
10
days.
Things I
Yeah.
Hate About You. He's adorable. Everyone loves him.
Yeah.
This is like
Yeah.
the you know, the teen
This is like
heartthrob
peak.
Heath moment.
Yeah.
So it had a
Yeah.
lot of going for it. I mean, it came out right as we were clearly the target audience for it, so it worked itself out.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say some of the actors were like, I don't think any of them were well known in America, like in North America, in
Oh,
the
yeah.
Western world, but a lot of them, like especially the UK actors, a lot of them were in big stuff already.
Yeah, I know it's funny.
Like the Full Monty.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, the
that
Full
was
Monty was popular in the
huge.
States.
That was very, yeah, but would you have recognized? As soon as I saw him
True.
on screen, I'm like, oh, Friar Tuck. And I don't even know if I saw the Russell Crowe Robin Hood, to be honest. And I still know that that guy was Friar Tuck.
He does kind of look like Friar Tuck. I
He
mean,
does look
he's
like
got
such a
Friar
good
Tuck
Friar
vibes.
Tuck. But he was in the Full Monty. He was so funny in
We
the
should
Full
rewatch the
Monty.
Full Monty. That was a good one.
We will do the Full Monty
All right, we're gonna
at some point. After the
not
gods
us,
must be
personally.
crazy.
We're not going to do the Full Monty.
Oh
but
God, no. No.
We'll
It's not that
review.
kind of
We'll
podcast.
review the Full Monty. I know.
We are staying on YouTube, okay?
Yeah,
Dear God.
we're safely. We're safe. I mean,
Katie, that was a terrible side quest.
I know. I'm sorry. I side quested us right off a cliff. You never
You
should follow me.
side quested way too hard.
I was jousting. The horses were going really fast. It was over.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love that. Like, of course, now that I'm like such a ride or die Alan Tudyk fan, I like all I can see is him. But I would not have. I don't think I would have
legit had
known.
a crush on him since then. Like since this movie,
this-
I'm pretty sure this is it. This I think this is where I was like, I love this man.
Was this pre or post Firefly and Serenity?
I think pre.
Okay, I was gonna say because I wouldn't have known who he was
Pre-Serenity, Firefly.
but he's captivating in this as well.
It's
I mean,
around the
he's-
time.
He's
Yeah,
captivating in
well.
everything. Like they're just
Okay, Wash is probably my favorite fictional character, like almost at all. And we won't talk about it because it's too sad.
We can't talk about it. The question in my notes is, can Alan play literally anyone? And yes, he can.
Oh yeah, Firefly was 2002.
Okay, so this was like right before. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
I mean Firefly. Let's be honest, it aired what 5 episodes out of like 5 or 8 episodes out of 10 or something, and whatever. I have them all. I've seen them millions of times.
Yeah.
Not embarrassed.
Not
Best show ever.
embarrassed. Best show ever. All right, I'm scrolling back through some more of these fun facts. Thanks, Paul, so much. Paul
Okay,
shared-
so speaking of,
oh, go for it.
I was gonna say, speaking of his training, Heath Ledger's intense training for this movie, I'm like, he
In a
really
50
danced. he danced his pants off in this movie. I was
does.
like, oh, he's nailing this dance.
Yeah.
Like everybody else is kind of like getting the dance right is not important. It's like more just the feeling and the vibe of the dance. And then he's just like, no, all of these dance moves are mine. I own them.
There's also something really like, again, this is the writers and not necessarily Heath Ledger, although he nails it. But there's just something so pure and like swoon worthy over the concept of this like, you know, macho, like I want to joust guy who's like, I need to like have an outfit that matches hers and I need to know how to dance, and like all of his friends
I
like
need a blouse.
help, yeah, all of his friends like helping to pull that off, even though like it risks all of them and like does not benefit any of them in any way. Like it is so dangerous for them to be doing it, and it's so sweet. Like
It's the grand gesture.
it's the grand gesture. Yeah. I mean, it's not unlike his character in 10 Things where it's like he, you know, he needs to learn how to win her over, right? So it's like it's this idea. Speaking of which, what did you think of so there's like apparently controversy online over whether or not so Jocelyn's character at one point tells him to lose, so like just to see, I guess, how much like control she has over him. What did you think about that as a storyline?
Red flag.
Yeah,
Red flag.
there's a lot of people online who are like, this was a terrible storyline idea.
That's toxic.
I mean,
like I get it because it does hearken to like the Shakespeare, the Chaucer, the like that kind of, like it's something that they could easily be in a medieval story or play of the time period.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like that's why, because it fits that time period. Because like women, again, like even though the movie doesn't really show it because it's modernized in its quirky little ways, like that's kind of the only technical power she would have had. Like it's the only thing she could have asked him.
Yeah.
Like it's the only power she could have exercised in the relationship, like in their dynamic as male female in that time period.
Yeah.
So it's like it kind of almost doesn't fit because of how they modernized the movie in its quirky ways, but I get it. And I think it always bothered me. I was gonna like, does it bother me more now? No, it always did. I was like, that's
probably
dumb.
the only part
Don't
that
ask him to lose.
I know.
Like he needs the money. Like the money is literal survival. Like they don't have a home.
And again, +1 for his band of assistants, because what the hell? Like he just like they like desperately need the money, and they are like heavily
like,
relying on
okay.
him, and they're like, oh, all right, fine, he's in love, that's okay, that we're all just going to like not eat tonight, and like yeah, it's
like, I guess we'll sleep in the barn again instead of the inn.
Yeah, they're like the most loyal group of friends ever. As you said, they're
family.
They're family. So Kathy is saying that her dad loves this movie, but she's Val on this one. And
it's cute.
It is cute.
I mean,
it's fluffy. It's a fluffy watch.
There's no paying. You don't need to pay attention. It's a good, like, I just need to disassociate for like an hour and a half. I can watch this. It's cute. The cast is cute. The music is fantastic.
The music is fantastic. It's like, weirdly, we've been saying from the beginning, but like it shouldn't work, but it does, and it shouldn't hold up, but it does.
It does because it doesn't take place in a real time period.
True.
It's Tudor Beathan,
and it's not like none of the music is like early. It's not like it's all Britney Spears songs or whatever. But
which I mean that's classic now, isn't it? Isn't that vintage?
I don't want to talk about it.
Really?
No.
Yeah, right. It's still the 90s.
Let's talk about the fact that Josh agrees with us that Alan is everything in this movie, even more so these days.
He's in everything.
He is in everything. He is everything.
Didn't Disney say they're going to give him some sort of like lifetime achievement award for being every character?
He is like every character. He is like an incredible voice actor, but then he's also like an actor, like an in-person actor. Not to say voice actors are not the same level as regular actors.
He does in
magical.
real life and voice.
Yeah. And Paul is saying that Val did not see this movie. She's packing for a trip. I feel like Val would like this one. We should tell her that she should watch this one. We're still gonna have to do an episode where we just like I don't know, we have her on for a movie she's seen, or we just like watch movies with Val. Maybe like it's like watch with Val Wednesdays. We'll have to figure it out. Yeah, sorry, I'm scrolling back through on my notes here. We've talked about Paul Bettany. We talked about do you think the romance works in this movie?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
I think in
It's not the
a
strongest
busy,
part of it,
bustling.
though. Like it.
No, it's more about like I personally find it's more about the friendships that turn into family and that connection. And defeating Rufus.
Yeah.
Rufus.
He's
Rufus.
Let's just for a moment though, like, is Rufus actually like he's not?
Oh no, he's evil.
I don't know if he's like
he sharpens. Okay, in the last scene, so there's one big final joust, and it's obviously
that's
Cutie
fair.
McPie William, who's now Sir William, because the king, who is, we'd love him, Katie, Purefoy. What's his name?
I know.
His last name's Purefoy.
Yeah.
He was in Rome, and
he was in Rome.
You know what he was in, Katie, that we love?
With Kevin Bacon, with the serial killer show. He was in the serial killer show with Kevin Bacon.
No. He was in
I gotta look it up.
It's something Purefoy. He was in the Jane Austen Mansfield Park that we love.
James.
With
of course he's a
James Purefoy. Yes.
Yeah, he's adorable.
Yeah. Anyways, he plays. Katie and I are.
That's true.
Obsessed.
We didn't talk about him. He's phenomenal in this because the king is like hiding in the joust, but everyone knows he's the king, so no one will compete against him. And it's kind of this very like sweet story because you have like Ulrich/William, who is too, I don't know, dumb, young, silly,
20.
friendly, 20, hot, I don't know, whatever, to bother with that. So he like actually will compete with him, which makes the king really happy and ends up being the saving grace in this movie. Spoilers.
So then when Rufus gets William arrested, and I apologize to our audience for mixing real life names with character names, but you should be used to it by now. And if you're new here, you're welcome.
It's like Adhemer. I don't know. It's terrible.
Yeah, they have slightly like Germanic type names, like even Ulrich and, well, that's not very German, but whatever. I'm so tired. I'm so sorry, guys. I am alive.
We're doing it.
So when Rufus basically rats William out and is like, he needs to be put in the stocks, and he's literally put in the stocks. And then the king comes by and is like, you know what? You're a stand-up guy. You jousted with me. And he knights him, right? Like he gives him a title of Sir William. And it's really sweet because it gives him because as you mentioned, like flashbacks to his childhood and finding his father who's still alive, and
finds his dad, which is so sweet,
and which was also such a heartwarming. So they bring his now blind father to the tournament, but he can't see anything because he's blind. So that's when Chaucer really like gets the crowd all riled up and does like his best and
he hears his
pre-game
son's
intro
name. Oh, it's so sweet.
Yeah, but as Sir William Thatcher. So it was a very heartwarming scene, and again it brings it all back to family more than the romance.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think you're right. For whatever reason, I just sort of like,
I mean, the romance, it's like two stupidly good-looking people. Of course, they're gonna meet. they're gonna fall in love. It's movies, so
yeah.
It was nice to have the romance because I find, especially nowadays, romance is not a part of a lot of movies, even if the focus, because like this is a good example, the focus is not the romance. It's definitely more about camaraderie and finding yourself and changing your stars, which is like the best line from the movie. And, it's changing your fortune and becoming who you want to be. And chasing dreams, and like it's more about that than it is about the romance. And the romance is just a nice little development in the plot to keep it interesting and a little more, I guess there's a little more high stakes because he's fighting the nobleman for her.
Yeah.
And also he has no business really fighting for her in that time period. So.
Again, with the
Mind you, I
with the
suppose,
inaccuracies of the time period, but
yeah.
sure.
But I was gonna say, I'm like, the people that are like the 1% nowadays would not want any of us pavos fight like vying for their attention anyways. I feel that's still not really allowed. So,
No. Yeah, no, probably not. I did
yeah.
there is not that I forgot, but like yeah, the scenes with the scenes with the father are really are really powerful for
Yeah.
for this kind of like again kind of like campy fluffy movie. It like
Yeah.
it does kind of get you because like his dad really does like if you put yourself into that era, which again this movie is not even kind of
Yeah, it's
historically
not like you
accurate.
could call home every day or
Not even
even
like
write letters.
his dad like
Like,
literally like sacrificed having a son for like for the opportunity of his son to have a better life. Like he was just like
yeah.
literally like take my son so that he can like live and have some kind of a better life. And that like there is something in that where you're just like wow, like you know, the ridiculousness of us now that we're like, you know, I mean, I just can't even fathom that. And like, here is this father that, yeah, again, like you said, he literally just would never see his son again. Is the
Well, like he
reality
was
of that?
shocked to find out that
Yeah,
his dad was still alive
yeah, yeah. Because
because there's
everyone,
no way he could have known.
also no way his dad still would have been alive because again, it was the 13, 14, whatever hundreds, and everyone died at what like 36. So no, but sure.
The Tudor Beathen
It was
period.
the Tudor Beathen period, and everyone yeah, everyone is definitely not living that long. Josh is saying, I
No,
honestly
was
don't
it like,
know how I missed this movie when it came out. I was 14. Yeah, Josh, this is like prime. This is your movie. We'll have to figure out how we get this to you in Canada.
yeah,
Um,
it's on Crave.
oh, there you go. Now this is on Crave. Yeah, you can check it out.
Yeah.
And then there was a
But
fact back up here I was trying to find. Um,
which for everybody else, Crave is like, well, actually, no, people know what Crave is now
yeah, it's
because
kind of like
of
it's kind of Hulu. Letterkenny.
oh, I was gonna say Heated Rivalry.
Oh, yes.
I'm
Sorry.
like,
That's a
I feel
newer
like more
reference.
people know about Heated Rivalry than Letterkenny. But
You're welcome,
yes, I
friends.
love your Canadianism showing. You're like Letterkenny, obviously.
That's how I know about Crave.
No, it's the going to
Uh,
the cottage and the big wolf bird. Which is so a total side quest, but Heated Rivalry, there's a scene where the Russian and the Canadian hockey player go to a Canadian cottage
mm,
for a weekend, and he hears a loon, and he's like, "What is that, a wolf?" And says the Russian, and the Canadian's like, "No, it's a loon. It's a bird. It's like big wolf bird." And I was like, I've literally had that conversation with friends, like,
yeah.
like city dwellers who have never been out to the country. It was like literally like 45 minutes from Montreal, you can go hear a wolf bird in real life.
I
Like,
love it. Loons are
how are you in
awesome.
Canada and have not heard a loon?
Oh, I love
Oh,
it. All right, wait, there's some great facts here. So Paul says Paul Bettany's nude scene was shot on his very first day in front of a crowd of
yeah.
extras. This
Dear
seems to
God.
happen a lot.
Brave man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
there's
find aren't like the big like intimacy scenes
they just like
and
get them out of the way
nudity
immediately.
and
Yeah.
whatever
I
are
mean,
usually at the beginning. I mean, historically, like they used to be. I don't know if they still are now
I guess
because
I kind of
now,
get that, but yeah.
I mean, like now we have intimacy coordinators and on-set like psychological and medical support
Hmm.
and intimacy coordinators, from what I understand, are absolute key in ethically making
Yeah, you would think slash hope.
good
Yeah.
quality,
Sex scenes.
I'm
Yeah.
like good quality rompy de pompy.
Yeah, that
Who
works.
am I?
All right, here's another fact for you. That
Sorry.
when Chaucer first introduces Sir Ulrich at the joust, he makes a point of including the lower classes, saying, and everyone else here not sitting on a cushion, which is a reference to the Beatles' Royal Command performance in 1963, which I'm sure Nat knows because she's a Beatles junkie, when John Lennon
Yes.
introduced the last song by saying, for the people in the cheaper seats, clap your hands, and the rest of you, if you just rattle your jewelry. Yeah,
Epic.
it's clever. It's like it again, like to go back to kind of the beginning where our friend Peter
The
Bradshaw from The Guardian was joking around. Like it it had like it has a clear vision. So whatever was said in that initial pitch
yeah.
meeting, I think they followed through pretty well on
Well,
it.
the dialogue was just
I love
so
fun dialogue.
sharp.
Yeah.
The opening scene where they realize, oh, he didn't just fall off his horse. He's actually just dead,
He's just
like
dead,
their
yeah.
boss.
Yeah.
And the assistants are freaking out. They're like, oh my God. Poor Alan Tudyk is like, well, if he just has one more ride, as long as he doesn't fall off, we'll be able to eat tonight. They're like, no, 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 he's blue. Like
No, he's
he has ceased to
actually dead.
speak
Yeah.
permanently. God, that's like just the opening dialogue was so funny, which is also a very classic sort of Chaucer, Shakespeare, uh, Green, Marlowe kind of thing. Like all the writers of the time, it was like you always have that opening line is always something very catching to the
Yeah.
audience. So it
Oh,
was
that's a
fun
good
that
point.
they,
Yeah.
yeah, they kind of stuck to that sort of, and like if you guys haven't read the Canterbury Tales, and I know it seems like a long, schoolish kind of read, it's actually really, really
Actually really
funny
well
and
done. Yeah.
very raunchy. Like, also, FYI, when I brought one of my like doesn't ever read friends to go see Shakespeare play,
Read friends.
yeah, and
Great.
I have some. And, and he was like, "Oh, like this is really funny." And like Shakespeare's a pervert. I'm like, "Yes." Like, why do you think it's still funny?
I mean,
It's like
humor
he came up with
was
raunchy jokes. Actually,
raunchy
no, Chaucer
humor
probably did.
was a lot more
Yeah,
common back then than it is now, for
yes.
sure. Yeah,
It
Doc is
was more
saying there's
acceptable, that's for sure.
there's something very Sorkin about the dialogue in this movie, and it predates Aaron, I believe. Yeah, I think it
Yes.
does. Um,
Yeah.
all right, some quick facts. Paul has had a bunch, but here are mine. there were around there were around 200 horses used throughout this production, which is
That's a
wild.
lot of horses.
Professional stunt riders handled many of the dangerous sequences, which thankfully, thank
Yeah.
goodness. It was filmed in the Czech Republic, and many castles were actually real medieval castles, which is again badass. That would have been so
So
fun.
cool.
Um, so this is interesting. There were unsurprisingly there were thousands of extras used for the crowd. But the tournament scenes combined real extras with digital crowd extensions. So this was the early 2000s. They were like, we can make
We're
computer
all into
people.
computers.
These days they'd be like, that's AI, that's AI, that's AI.
Now it's just AI. AI is actually taking jobs from actors, which, like, can we stop that, please?
Let's stop
I don't
that.
want to watch AI movies. I
No.
won't, by the way. Ugh, down with AI actors.
Yeah, amen. Paul is saying, well, yeah, back then men played the female parts. Yeah, so it was easier to be
That's also
raunchy.
true.
Yeah.
That's, yes.
Uh,
And often women weren't necessarily even allowed to go to these things. So,
oh, my
uh,
notes here at the bottom say that it was the 1300s. I have no idea if that's accurate or not, but so
well, it is
apparently
now.
it is now. It is until someone corrects me. Oh my gosh. Well, we're almost at the end, Nat. So everyone
Yes.
who is hanging out with us live, if we have not completely overwhelmed you with our intense amount of side quests on this one, let us know what your rating of this one is. And again, if you're new here, you can rate for what you actually thought of this movie, or you can rate on like whether or not we were able to convince you to watch it. I will just say as a final note, watch this one. It like the world is crazy right now, and just having like some great music
Yeah.
and Heath Ledger eye candy or Shannyn Sossamon, if that's what does it for you, like worth
Or
it.
Paul Bettany's
Or Paul
cute
Bettany,
butt.
yeah, like every actor
Poor
in this
Paul
movie
Bettany,
is
please
beautiful.
don't please don't be offended.
Oh, yeah, please. Yeah, I don't think he would be. I think I
No,
feel like he's probably
he's
the
never gonna
coolest,
see
most
this.
down to earth person. You never know, Nat. You never know
His
whether or
his
not he will
agent's
see
gonna
this.
get an alert. Some girls on the internet kept talking about your cute butt.
Yeah, yeah. He'd be like, "Oh, what movie were they talking about?" All right. Well, I went
You can
with
rate in swords, horses, quills,
looks like I went with 4 on
dancing.
the wide version and 5 on the vertical version. So let me just pull one off on the vertical. We're doing different versions for different formats and mediums. I'm
Vertical format gets 5 taters.
I'm gonna stay with 4.
Yeah.
I think it's better than
Yeah.
3. Roger
It's
Ebert gave it 3. I can't
oh
I can't agree
God,
with Roger
yes.
Ebert on this one.
No.
Although, again, I will put that into the show
It,
notes later because it was actually the cutest review ever from him. Like I feel like he was a
like
little
he
schoolgirly
laughed.
about it. Yeah, he thought it was
Like,
cute,
what do
but
you
then he
mean you
couldn't.
laughed? Can you? Like,
He was like, I really don't. I can't rate this movie well because it's like too teenagey adorable, but like I kind of liked
yeah.
it. Which
Yeah.
I don't know, makes
I
me
think for
happy.
me it checks the boxes. It has great witty dialogue.
Witty
It's
dialogue, yeah.
funny. It's
Great
very
soundtrack.
unserious.
Yep.
Great soundtrack.
Incredible
It has
actors.
a lot of bands that I like.
Okay, Kathy's in. She says she's going to watch it. She's going to give
Yeah.
it 4 taters just for Heath Ledger, which valid.
Yeah.
Anything he's in
Valid.
absolutely deserves 4 stars or
Yes.
more.
And he was particularly charming in this one.
He's just
He had a lot of charisma in this one.
It is hard for me. 10 Things I Hate About You will always be, I think, my favorite of his movies. But
Well,
this
yeah,
one's,
but
this
you're
one's
like
gotta be a
flat out
close second.
obsessed.
I am flat out obsessed with that movie. But this is
That
a close
paintball
second.
scene, Kate lives rent free in Katie's
I
head.
want to play that paintball game. Where is that near me? I feel like actual paintball would hurt a lot, but this one's just like, it feels like a nice version of paintball.
Yeah, it's called a movie version of paintball.
I would like. I'm sure it's
Paintball
gotta
hurts
exist
like a
somewhere.
mofo.
I'm gonna open this as my business.
One time I went to paintball and I got hit in the goggles and had a black eye for like a month.
See, that's why you need the little
Yeah.
water balloon version of paintball.
Yes.
Paul is rating it 4 naked butts, and he managed to find peaches. So here we go, 4 naked butts.
There you go, 4 naked butts.
Josh is saying you don't need to convince me. I went seeing if this movie was streaming. So yeah, so he will be able to watch it at some
Oh,
point.
it doesn't
hopefully.
have Crave.
Well, we'll figure
It's
it
on
out.
the interwebs. We'll find it for you.
We will help you. We will rock you, Josh. We will rock you. Well, thank you so much again for sticking with us the last little bit. Hopefully we're back amidst all of July trying to keep us offline. But hey, we're back here. We will try to maybe at some point redo last week's. And I will say a plug for
We loved that movie.
Yeah, no, that movie was great, and we got a little bit more than halfway through. So I don't know, who knows? We'll figure it out. But we were on. If you missed it, we did post on our social, but wasn't an email out as well. We were on Cinema Psycho, so huge thanks to Brian and John over there. It was really fun. We chatted all about Fargo, so we might have to.
We had a lot of fun.
We had a
about
lot
that.
of fun with that. We may have to do
should cover
Fargo here. Yeah, we had to just
We
repeat that episode.
love Fargo.
Fargo was a lot of fun. So if you want a bonus episode because you're sad about last week and the week before and all the chaos, then that is your bonus episode. And we shall be back again, hopefully next week, to do The Gods Must Be Crazy, which is one of my favorite, but you all hated it. So we'll see what happens.
How bad is it? For once, I don't remember anything about this movie.
Nat, I'm sure I've made you watch this
And
a few
I
times.
know, Katie, I think I watch this with you weekly.
This is a very strange, I will say this is a very strange movie.
Heard of this.
But it is like so lovable.
We watched it all the time.
Yeah. It's up there with
I know that it was on.
So I feel like, okay, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say some maybe potentially crazy thing. I feel like if you like Strictly Ballroom, like
Love
the vibe of Strictly Ballroom, like I feel like it's similar to that, where you're kind of like, this is weird, but I really like it. It's got a heart. That's my one summary rating of The Gods Must Be Crazy, and there are 2 of them, so obviously someone
Is
liked it.
Stephen
other than
Fisher
me.
in it? Or Fisher Stevens? What's his name? The guy from Hackers.
Oh my gosh,
Was he in this?
He's in Short Circuit, which I really love. Is he in it?
Oh, Short Circuit, not The Gods Must Be Crazy.
No,
Now
you
I'm
might be
mixing those
right.
two up.
No, you might be right. See, it's hard because
I don't know. I think
really
Short
love
Circuit and The Gods Must Be Crazy is one movie in my head too. Oh, no.
Short Circuit
I
is
don't know what's
wonderful,
happening.
but that role is very problematic. Like that, and I love Stephen Fisher, but that's a very problematic role. So I gotta look up here the cast. Is Stephen Fisher in The Gods Must Be Crazy?
Is it Stephen Fisher or Fisher Stevens?
I think it's Fisher Stevens. Oh, wow. You know,
No, I said both.
We're fine, guys. It's fine. No, according to the AI overlords, Fisher Stevens was not in Gods Must Be Crazy.
Okay, yeah. No, it was Short Circuit. I just mixed the 2 up. So now I have no idea what The Gods Must Be Crazy is.
Just be prepared. Just be prepared for the fact that the lead actor in The Gods Must Be Crazy, his name is spelled. I have to spell it because I have no idea how to pronounce it, but maybe I'll learn by next week.
I can picture him
It
now.
it is N exclamation mark XAU. So it's like I don't know, but I'm gonna learn. Paul's with me. Paul loved The Gods Must Be Crazy. Doc is saying it's the same VHS case as The Fifth Element. Yeah, it's there. No, I remember this one, Doc, but Nat doesn't. So it's Nat's Fifth Element. It's going to be great.
Okay. When Doc and Katie were doing The Fifth Element, and Katie's texting me, and she's like, "I hate
That was a
The
ride.
Fifth Element.
That was a ride.
Blah
for me,
blah blah."
friends.
And I'm like, "What is she talking about? How could?"
It might be one
I'm
of
like,
my
"What?
new
She
favorite
faked it
movies.
this whole time?" Like, I'm like, I'm obsessed with this movie. I'm like, how does she hate it? And I love it this much because we're usually pretty similar in what we like.
Yeah,
And I'm
there's
like,
only a few things we're off on, but yeah.
yeah, I'm like, how do you hate this one?
But you
And I'm
like
just
Blade
like,
Runner, right? Because that's what I was confusing it with, and I think you and
yes.
Dane both like Blade Runner, and I do not.
Yes,
so,
yes, yes.
So
But
there's
I
that.
could see why you don't like that one. So that I
Okay.
understand.
Well, there. At least
But
there's
this
that.
one, I was like, I don't understand. Chris Tucker was amazing. Like the whole movie is just so good. And then she's like, "Oh, I effed up. It's a different movie." I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God,
But now, you know what?
Katie.
Now that video is getting all
Oh,
kinds of traction on the interwebs. So I did it for the gram, as the kids say. As the
yes.
kids do not say.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
that aged like sour milk in about half a second.
it did. It did.
That
Well,
was so good for me.
thank you for sticking it out with us. And again, a couple of reminders. So we've been doing lots of fun-filled updates to our website. So if you swing over to the VHSclubpod.com, movielist.thevhsclubpod.com will take you to our new improved movie list. So definitely check that out. And then game.thevhsclubpod.com will take you to a trivia game. And no one has sent this in yet. So the opportunities are big, friends. Whoever
I tried it. It's hard.
Nat did not get there. So if you can beat
First
Nat
question, I was like, yes, nailed it. Second question, third question, I'm like, oh no, I'm out.
we're going to keep this one up for the next couple of weeks. And at the end of the couple of weeks, we're going to collect everyone who emailed and said that they got all the questions right. We're going to put you
did
into
not.
a draw, and we're going to pull a winner and be able to give them either, whatever they want from the merch site. So there's some fun
shop.
stuff. Oh yeah, no,
Yep.
Doc is telling me. I know. Yeah, so the gods must be crazy. They the adorable little people in it all speak with clicks, and they're so cute. And I won't be able to do the clicks properly. Is that how it's pronounced? Zosa? I'm gonna do some research next week so that I don't horrifically offend this culture. I'm gonna do my best, you guys. I'm gonna try to figure it all out.
Yep.
It should be a really fun one. Hands down, one of my favorite movies. But the beginning of terrible movie month experience run.
Yes. Yep.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we will catch you next week on the VHS Club. Have an incredible night. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Katie and Nat.